Hello! Welcome back to Indigo Park every day. You know the drill. This thing's on. Is this thing on, pal? Anyways. Happy Monday. Uh-oh. Oh, yeah. Uh-oh. Dang. Excuse me, sir.
Hi there, and welcome
Happy
to
Monday,
Indigo
dude.
Park,
Dude, happy Monday, dude.
the most innovative and engaging family fun experience. Jump into the world of your favorite character. Wait, you're our first guest in 2,900.
At this rate, I think we will definitely see episode 200 at the very least. So, there's that milestone.
I'm Rambly the raccoon, and it's my job to make sure your experience here at Indigo Park is the most fun it can be. Just hop on over to the registration
By the way,
center to your left, where our friendly assistant will help you begin.
start thinking of some ideas, man. What do y'all want to do for episode 200? You know?
It's my job to make sure your
What do we want to do for
Indigo
episode
Park
200?
is registered. Let me just get
I'm out of ideas. Doesn't mean one won't come to me. But episode 150 was spur of the moment.
At
Like,
the park, or did you just
I
get
came up with
plastic
that
surgery?
that
No
day.
worries. It's
Literally,
Rambly
that day,
Tuesday.
like, before I started filming.
Qualify for a big discount on your visit. Just follow me to the main gate. Ooh, I can't wait for you to see everything Indigo Park has to offer.
I'm gonna keep it a buck real quick. That episode, I forgot it was episode 150. Believe it or not, it was a long day, and I was like, you know, all right, I'm gonna film a quick one, 15-minute episode, go to bed, and then I was like, oh, it's episode 150, dude. And I was like, crap. Okay, what are we gonna do? And then I was like, okay, you know what? I was like, the blindfold idea, which is one that, you know, had been brought up before. I was like, I don't want to do it fully blindfolded. I'm like, but I can obscure my vision by slapping Rambly on my face, which was kind of funny. And then I was like, but then that's not enough, you know. That wasn't going to be enough, for me at least. So I was like, well, a second playthrough. And I was like, dude, take it slow. Take it slow. Do the theory thing. All right, cool. Which worked, you know. And it was actually, even though it wasn't as successful as 50 or 100, that doesn't necessarily matter. It was just good. I actually enjoyed it a lot. Like, it wasn't even forced, you know? Yeah, the idea was last second, but it actually wasn't really forced. It was actually enjoyable. So it was just like, you know, I had a lot of fun with that.
Okay.
But that was spur of the moment, you know? I could have probably had a... I don't know about a better idea or nothing like that, but, you know, maybe something more planned this time. But I don't know. 150 was supposed to be planned too, and it wasn't. So, you know, hey.
Payments to your room and wear a critter cuff. I think there's some in the gift shop. There you go, buddy.
I don't know. What would y'all want to see for episode 200, though? I mean, you know, it's got to be something special every 50 episodes. So, and it's 200. It's kind of like 100. It's a big deal, you know. We could just do another drinking episode, since it was 100 days later, you know what I mean?
Seriously locked. Why not test out your band and save the day?
But I mean, do we really want to do the same thing twice? I don't know.
Hooray! Great work, buddy. Now try entering the park, and we can start our Indigo adventure.
I did have this one crazy idea that I'm not going to do. Well, actually, I'm not going to say I'm not going to do it, because who knows, I might do something like it. But, like, taking my laptop with me to, like, 3 or 4 different places and playing Indigo Park in all those random places. I don't know why. So, alright, guys. We're in the McDonald's bathroom on the sink. Everyone's like, dude, get the heck out of here.
To test your sleuthing skills, I'll let you find this one all by
Okay, not quite the McDonald's bathroom, but like the McDonald's. We're in a McDonald's, and then we're in a Walmart. I'm all pushing the cart around with the freaking Indigo Park playing.
Facial data suggests you may
That would be
a bit
insane.
older than the target audience for this ride, but it's one of my favorites. Do you know why Rambly the raccoon loves Rambling's Railroad?
You could probably get away with that. I don't know if they'd ask you to leave or whatever, because it's like, on my screen, you can't see my camera unless I open OBS, so they're not going to really know I'm filming something or freak out about it. And then,
Rambley's Railroad.
if as long as you're pushing the cart around, and every now and then I grab something and put it in the cart, you know, I should be all right to just be talking. It'll just look like I'm playing a game and talking. I mean, it'll be weird, but I have a feeling as long as I'm moving around and shopping, they're not going to say anything to me. That'd be insane.
Sure are, Mo. Why
Any better ideas than that, though? I'll take them.
What's barnstorming?
This allergy season's been rough, dude. Rooftop racers. Do, 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 do.
Oh, Finley, come on out and greet the people.
Hi, Rambley.
Why the long face
Do,
and
do,
body?
do, do.
You've known me for 100 years, Rambley. I'm always long because I'm always longing for a new seashell for my collection.
Oh, Finley, you should come out of your shell.
How about you come into it instead? My ride, Oceanic Odyssey, will teach you all about the wonders down under the deep blue sea. It's as blue as me. I hope you'll visit. I'm so lonely.
Oceanic Odyssey currently closed for repairs.
Oh, yeah. No, he doesn't. No, he frickin' doesn't, man.
Hey there, Lloyd.
Do not shame me with that common folk name. I am the proud, the prestigious, the professional Lloyd Eli,
Yeah.
actor
Yeah.
extraordinaire.
Sorry.
Great act, Lloyd.
Hey, get out of here.
Of course it was. I'm the real.
She's always coming behind stage where she doesn't frickin' belong. Man, I'm getting addicted to that Schedule 1 game, man.
So, what do you think? Pretty fun, right? Now you know all about my friends.
That could have been a good opportunity to actually record that game, to be honest. I don't know why I didn't. I think because I just wanted to play it, you know? I didn't want the pressure of the camera being on and, like, having to make all the right decisions or not taking too long, especially since I'm not, like, super into editing or anything yet. I don't really know how to do a lot of that anyways. I don't have any software either, so, like, I don't want to just have a super long episode of
Look
me
at that. You're at Jetstream
moving
Junction.
stupid stuff around, you know?
Looks like Jetstream Junction's being tuned up.
I might, like, if anyone wanted to, like, if I do a second playthrough of that, if anyone cared to see it, I could upload it, you know. But that'd be a second playthrough. I mean, geez, I'm barely starting this one, and I don't get a whole lot of time to play, but when I do, I want to. Today was supposed to be the day I did that, but some other things came up, so I did not get to, unfortunately. I'm going to try to get an hour in after this episode of Indigo Park. I don't really think I'll be able to, actually. But I'm going to try to squeeze it, because I really want to play it.
Hey, buddy.
No.
There are eyes all over the park, but you can't see anything behind the stage.
You're lying.
Going back there, be careful.
No, I'm just kidding. I don't think he's lying. But that is a very valid theory. He's just lying, and he's looking at you through the cameras right there. You know what's going to happen to me? Watch. I'm going to be playing this. Chapter 2 will have released, right? And because I'm so out of the loop on everything, I'm not going to know it released. I'm going to release like 2 or 3 more of these episodes until someone comments, dude, Chapter 2's out. And And I'll be like, what? And I'll be like 3 days late. I guarantee that'll happen. Because I'm so out of the loop. I'll try to make it not happen, you know. And I have other people that pay better attention than me that update me on that sort of stuff. But still. No, my attention to detail is not my strong suit. I won't lie there. I'm trying to change that, but I'm not a very detailed person, unfortunately. And, you know, I'm just routine. I'm in my routine, you know. I'm like, okay, play Indigo Park, do this, you know, that. I'm not even paying attention to the updates. That'd be funny if y'all just let me go. Like, it's been out for 2 weeks, and everyone just lets me go. They just keep liking the video, and they're like, keep it up. I don't even notice. That'd be insane. That would make those episodes invalid, actually. Because if Chapter 2 came out, then the episodes are invalid. That number doesn't count. So if, let's say, on episode 175 it came out, but I didn't realize till like 179, episodes 176 to 179 would be invalid. Because Chapter 2 was already out. I mean, I still played them. They're still sessions played, but they were played after Chapter 2 came out. Yeah, I'm starting to miss the old way I used to do this. I used to film, when I first started, I filmed Indigo Park the day before, and then it would get uploaded. So, like, today's film would be uploaded tomorrow, and the one y'all saw yesterday would have been uploaded today. That's how I used to do it. And then somewhere down the line, it changed to where I play the episode the day of and upload it the day of. And there have already been a couple issues with that.
Oh no, this is horrible.
In order for me to go back, though, that's going to require me to play 2 times in one day. And in a sense, I'll be kind of BSing. Because then at that point, I won't have really played every day at that point. I'll BS, you know what I mean? Paying way too much attention to stupid details, I know. But I mean, I could still do that. I don't think anyone will give a crap, you know? But this is what we're doing now, just playing it every day. It's actually good because it doesn't give me any wiggle room. Like on a day where I'm really falling behind or whatever, like I still got to play it, you know? It's better a challenge for myself because I have to play every day no matter what. There's nothing to fall back on of, oh, well, today's episode's uploaded so I can actually film tomorrow's tomorrow, you know? Like, no. No. Gotta actually play. I got a big old headache again. No. Where's the camera you saw me with? Where's the camera you saw me with? Lies! Lies! I'm just kidding.
Welcome to the Ramblers Wranglers registered room. Here we have plenty of amenities and see in your facial tracking that you're scared, angry, upset. Transparency is an important part of our policy here at Indigo Park, so I need to be honest about something. The park has been inactive for years. Employees stopped showing up, guests too, mascots are... I just was so excited to see a visitor, and I wanted to be sure you were given the best experience possible. But I was confined to the entrance for so long, I didn't realize just how much disrepair the park is fallen into. Wasting all of your fine time. Sorry for the inconvenience. But, I have an idea. I have access to the repair documentation in my database. I just can't execute most tasks without authorization from a human user. You must have come here because the park matters to you too, right? Would you be willing to help me restore the park? I can see in your facial tracking data that you aren't opposed to this. Ooh, I'm so excited! Let's get this place back in business! Okay, welcome to the crew, Rookie Wrangler. Registered. Your first official job as one of Ramley's Wranglers, registered, is to get out of the Ramley's Wrangler.
Do. Dang, son. Look at the moon. Look at the moon.
Wow, you made it to Oceanic Odyssey.
I know I
You're
did.
doing a great
Look.
job,
Wow.
Rookie Wrangler.
Look. Wow. It says Oceanic Odyssey. Wow. Thanks, dude. Oh, fuck. I'm stupid, dude. All right, come on.
You'll find a
Let's wrap this up. Episode 162.
Purchase as far as the eye can see. Please don't
We're in
turn
here.
the glass.
Already in the 160s.